Hey, John here again. So this car, if you can hear that, it's running really rough. Barely wants to stay running. So I just swapped my vehicle with this. I told the guy I'd look at it, even though I don't have time for this. But the check engine light's out, obviously. So I forgot my scan tool in my vehicle. But I did look at it. It said 301, which is I really don't have time for this, but I told the guy I'd look at it right quick. It's a misfire on cylinder number 1. All right, so now from here, I know it's not spark related. I know it's fuel related. And we know it's not a fuel pump, let's say, because your fuel rail, it supplies fuel to all so you're not just get it on one cylinder. If it was a fuel pump or a regulator or something, it would have symptoms of a misfire perhaps, but we've identified that this cylinder is missing. And now we've identified it's not the spark side, it's not the spark plug, and it's not the coil. It has to be one of two things, either this wire or even come from the computer. Could be bad, could be shorted, could be open, causing this not to fire, the injector. But so my next move, because it's going to be the easiest move, is to see if the computer is firing. That's going to be easy to do with this a little Noid light. This is just a universal deal. It's got a light on it, and your pins, because every car is different. You can go wide or small, and the pins are. I think this comes with a couple other pins in case your connector's a little bit bigger. But so all we're going to do here is plug this in to our connectors, right? And we'll start the car up, and that thing should blink, and that tells me that the wiring is good, because the computer is trying to fire the injector. If it doesn't blink, then I know I got a problem in the wiring somewhere, from mice damage or the computer itself perhaps, which is rare, but so if this blinks while the car is running, then we know we've just narrowed it down. It's got to be the injector. So let me start this up again. Okay, so it's firing. We know that the signal's good. Now we know that that cylinder is missing, and we've just reduced it to now it's got to be the fuel injector itself, which, whether it's dirty, plugged, or whatever, and they're pretty pricey, we'll have to diagnose, but there is, let me turn this car off. Okay. So some fuel rails are a pain right in the C, but so it's just these two bolts, just unplug your injector, and I released these two wires here just to, make this harness a little bit more flexible. And then relieving this, it was just the old plastic. You gotta be careful you don't break these, but it's just when they're snapped in, the tabs are here. Just squeeze them in here and pry that up. Pull it off. There's not much pressure in there, but I would use a little catch towel, and I would blow this out with if you take these fuel rail off, you don't want those crappy pine needles and whatever's in there falling in your hole there. So now it's just a matter of pulling this. You're taking the two bolts out, pulling this up, and we can get this right out of here. So this is an easy one to do, so I don't mind swapping the injectors out. Almost forgot. We swapped these. Put the damn new one and the bad one together. So like I said, we'll keep the old one just in case. Right? This is probably going to be the hardest part of this job, getting this clip off. Wow, it's almost there. Almost there. Not quite. There it goes. Oh, man. Should just plug right in there. Right? There we go. Bada boom, bada bang. Let's go put this back in. It's probably a good idea to try to clean them holes out a little bit, instead of trying to force all that dirty oil. dirty oil and grime in your intake. Oh yeah, that's pretty dirty. It's pretty dirty. Let me just clean this up a little bit. Slide that thing out. I didn't get all the fuel out. I don't care. Alright. Plug it back in. Right. Before I tighten everything down, I make sure things running right. Pretty confident that she's fixed. So I'm going to put it mostly back together. Just wait on the 2 bolts. Get in there. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if she works. Alright, so it's running 100% better than it was. And now unplugging either one of these is going to fall on its face again. That was the one that was bad, even though we swapped it, but this one should do the same thing. Yeah. So that's a fix. I just want to, let me turn this engine off. So obviously this is just a 10-minute fix here. Easy to do. Well, made it really easy because, you know, 4-cylinder and everything's exposed right here. So one thing I want to point out, so you can't really see in there, I can, so this, the end of this has 3 tiny little holes, we can call it a screen, but so your fuel gets in, you know, pressurized this way, and it's pressuring on this, you know, when a signal comes to opening and closing, you know, and it lets fuel out, but let's say there was a crumb in here that was preventing, you know, the fuel from coming out. That's possibly what could have been wrong with this. Just because when we swapped the 2 out, this problem went away. So maybe there was a little crumb in there. So again, if this was my car, maybe I would have just left the old one in there and got my money back on the injector. But you know, I'm not going to do that in this case because it's not my car. I'm doing this for somebody, so we're going to go ahead and repair it just in case it is a faulty electrical part of this deal, whether it's a short or an open or something. We'll just, I'll give this back to the guy, just tell him what happened, and this may or may not be good, so we'll leave it at that. Anyways, thanks for watching.